Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the corporate jungle. And let me tell you, today we're looking at a company that is trying to make its shares a little less common by shrinking them down. Get ready for a reverse stock split revelation. Our story today is about Cycurion Incorporated and a move they're making to shake up their stock structure. It might sound a bit confusing, but we're going to break down exactly what is happening and what it means for both the company and its shareholders. So, what exactly is this document from Cycurion Inc. all about? Well, it is an 8K filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or CC. Think of it as a public announcement chamber, where companies have to share important news about their business. The big news dropped on the 23rd of October 2025, and it is all about changing the fundamental makeup of their stock. Right now, Cycurion has common stock, and each share has a tiny value, just a fraction of a penny. They also have these things called redeemable warrants. Basically, they're like options that give people the right to buy shares later at a set price. In this case, it is $11.5 per S-share. Cycurion is a company incorporated in Delaware, which is a common place for businesses to form. This is their commission file number, sort of like a company ID number. And this is their IRS employer identification number. Their common stock is traded on the NASDAQ stock market under the ticker symbol CYQ. And simultaneously, their warrants are traded under CYQ. Now, here is an interesting part. Cycurion has chosen to check the box indicating they are an emerging growth company. This status can mean they get a bit of a break on certain regulatory requirements, allowing them to ease into newer accounting rules. This section hints at a big change that affects what rights shareholders have. And here is where the main event is detailed. This filing is about changes to their core corporate document, specifically their certificate of incorporation. The bombshell is this: on the 24th of October, they filed an amendment to officially announce a 1-for-30 reverse stock split. This means that for every 30 shares of common stock a shareholder currently owns, they will end up with just one share after the split. This change officially kicks in on the 27th of October 2025. At the start of the trading day. This reverse stock split wasn't a spur of the moment decision. Back on the 28th of August, the majority of shareholders, a group that includes holders of preferred stock, already gave their thumbs up to a reverse stock split. They approved a range for this split from 3 to -1 all the way up to a massive 75. To -1 with a total not exceeding 250 to -1. The approval went through on the 29th of September. So come the 27th of October, the stock will start trading on a new adjusted basis. The ticker symbol CYQ will stay the same, but the value of each share will be significantly different. A new CUSIP number, which is another way to identify securities, will be assigned. It is 95,758 L305. The core mechanic is the merging of 30 shares into just one. Importantly, this doesn't change the actual value of the company as a whole, nor does it alter the total number of shares the company is allowed to issue. Those authorized shares remain the same. This is where you see the dramatic effect. Currently, Cycurion has over 86 million shares floating around. After the reverse split, that number will plummet to just under 2.9 million shares. Now, what about those who end up with a fraction of a share? The company is not issuing fractional shares. Instead, if you would have been entitled to, say, half a share after the split, you'll get cash instead. This cash payment will be based on the share price on the day before the reverse split officially takes effect. For those holding physical share certificates, the company's transfer agent, Equiniti Trust Company, LLC, will send out all the necessary instructions on how to swap those old certificates for new ones. If your shares are held through a broker, you won't have to do anything. The exchange will happen automatically in your account. This reverse split doesn't just affect common stock. It also means that the terms of their outstanding warrants and stock options will be adjusted. The price to exercise these options and the number of shares they can get will also be changed proportionally. This is to make sure that the value of these other securities aligns with the new stock structure. This filing details the reverse split, but for every single nitty-gritty detail, you'd need to look at the actual amendment document itself, which is an exhibit to this report. Regulation FD is all about fair disclosure, making sure important information is available to everyone at the same time. The company also put out a press release on the 23rd of October, reiterating the same news. The reverse stock split is coming on the 27th of October, and trading will resume on a split-adjusted basis. That press release is included as another exhibit for anyone who wants to read it. This part is a bit of legal housekeeping. It is basically saying that the information here, even though it is publicized, isn't considered officially filed in a way that would make them liable under certain parts of the Exchange Act unless they specifically say it is. And finally, this section lists all the supporting documents that come with this report. Exhibit 3.1 is the actual Second Amendment to their Certificate of Incorporation. Exhibit 99.1 is that press release we just talked about. Exhibit 104 is labeled as a cover page interactive data file, formatted in inline XBRL. This is machine readable data financial filings. This is the signature section, where company executives officially sign off on the report. The report is signed on the 24th of October, 2025, and the authorized signatory is L. Kevin Kelly, who is identified as the Chief Executive Officer. Now, let's talk about what this reverse stock split really means. Companies often do this for a few key reasons. One of the biggest is to boost their stock price. Low stock prices can sometimes make a company look weak or unattractive to institutional investors. By reducing the number of shares, the price per S-share goes up. This can make the stock appear more substantial and potentially attract more investment. For Cycurion, with a price per share that might have been too low to meet certain exchange requirements or simply not appealing to a broader investor base, this is a strategic move to reprice their stock. It's not magic that makes the company more valuable, but it can open doors to different kinds of investors and compliance with stock exchange listing rules, like staying above the $1 per S-share minimum that many exchanges require. The fact that they're reducing nearly 86.5 million shares down to just under 2.9 million is a massive consolidation, while the overall market capitalization, which is the total value of all shares, theoretically stays the same immediately after the split. The perception and trading dynamics can change significantly. One thing to always watch with reverse stock splits is the potential for continued price decline. Sometimes companies do this as a last resort when their stock price has already fallen dramatically. If the underlying business issues aren't addressed, the stock price might continue to fall even after the split, making the higher per share price short-lived for Cycurion. This move signals a clear intention to appear more stable and potentially more appealing to a wider investment audience. It is a way to manage how their stock is perceived and traded on the market. The hope is that this adjustment will support a healthier stock performance moving forward. But the real test will be in the company's future financial results and operational success. Alright, that is our breakdown of Cycurion Incorporated's latest filing and their significant reverse stock split. What is your take on this move, and do you think it will help the company in the long run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into corporate documents. Also, don't forget to join our Discord community linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.